Hi chat boys out there, it's Monday, which means it's a brand new week with lots of adventures to be had. I hope you guys are all having a lovely start to your week. I've got a few days off work, so this morning I had a lovely lie-in and it felt so good not to set any alarms. I then got up, showered and changed and got myself ready to go off and meet Tash and Jamie for breakfast at Shelly's. And so I headed off there and I was listening to music on my headphones whilst walking up to go meet them for breakfast, and was enjoying the lovely sunshine and blue skies. And then before meeting Tash and Jamie for breakfast, I popped to one of the flower shops and I got some flower sacks. They've always got such beautiful bouquets of flowers in there, and I was having a lovely chat with the flower shopkeepers from there, talking about my trip to Edinburgh, which is next week. This time next week, I will be in Edinburgh with Tash. I'm so excited to go off to Edinburgh, and I'm going to be getting so many photos, we're going to be doing so many things, and I cannot believe how fast it's coming around. And then I got some plant shots from there as well. Succulents and cactuses and plants in there are so pretty, and all the pretty plant pots, and they've got a few Christmassy things in there, so I was having a look at those. I then popped to some of the charity shops and then met Tash and Jamie at Shelly's, and I had a breakfast from there and also had a bit of cake and a pot of tea. Breakfast was so delicious, and a bit of Victoria sponge cake and pot of tea was so good. I love a bit of Victoria sponge cake, and I also got a mirror selfie from there, surrounded by all these plants. You guys know how much I love a mirror selfie, and Tash and Jamie had brought their 2 dogs with them, so they had to drop them back at theirs, and so whilst waiting for them, I popped to the plant shop and got some plant starts from there. Let me show you guys. Had a really good look around there and got some pretty plant starts with lots of detail, and love all the succulents and cactuses and the plant pots and the pretty patterns on the plants. And they have plants from the windows hanging down, and I just love it. It looks like a jungle in there. I then met back up with Tash and Jamie, and it started to rain. I didn't have a coat, and my other coat's zip broke, so that needs to be mended. So I ended up getting a new coat from one of the charity shops. I got this red one here, and it's really nice red colour, and it's got lots of pockets in and really comfortable, and it's got a hood. I was looking in the charity shops and quite a lot of them didn't have any hoods, which was a bit daft. And then me and Tash and Jamie head off to get the bus into Bristol to go off to their Christmas market, and just as we were heading off there, we bumped into Natasha, who we're going to be seeing on Wednesday. We were going to be seeing her tomorrow, but we're seeing her Wednesday instead for a movie catch up, and it's going to be really good to be having a catch up with her. And then we got the bus into Bristol and we got to the Christmas markets, and I'm going to show you guys some snaps I got from there. Got me feeling so festive, and we had a look around at some of the stalls. They had lots of food trucks and fairground rides, and lots of sweet stalls and fudge stalls, so we're having a look around there, and they were doing crepes and waffles and things like that. And I got myself some donuts, and I'm going to show you guys those. They were so delicious, and they were white chocolate with Smarties on. I had 2, and then Jamie and Tash had 1 each. And then we had a look around some of the shops, and then we had a little pit stop, and Tash and Jamie had some mulled wine whilst I had a hot chocolate, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that. The hot chocolate was so delicious. I had a Nutella hot chocolate with cream, marshmallows, sprinkles, the full works. They even put a little gingerbread biscuit in there, and also had a candy cane as well, and I ended up giving the candy cane to Tash. I'm not a big fan of candy cane, to be honest, and we went and sat in this little sheltered area to hide from the rain as it was getting pretty heavy. Thank God I bought that coat from the charity shop when I did, because I definitely needed it. And then we managed to get some pretty cute snaps of one another in front of some of the Christmas little photo opportunity little display sets that they put around the Christmas market, and I'm sure you guys saw those snaps we got. We always get such great snaps together, and we all look so happy. We're literally living our best lives and just feeling so festive. And they then played a bit of Michael Bublé Christmas, so me and Tash were literally losing our shit. We love a bit of Bublé. And then we went off into Cabot and had a look at some of the shops there, and then we had to head back, and it was getting pretty late. And then we got the bus back, and it was pretty busy, and we sat on the top at the back of the bus, and I was literally dozing off a bit. Jamie fell asleep, bless her, and then I was going through the photos, and one of the photos that I got from Cabot in this little dome bit with all these Christmas lights around me, I'd accidentally drawn on it and couldn't get rid of it, and so I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to post it, it's ruined. And luckily I worked out that there's now a filter where you can scribble over it, and then it gets rid of it. So I managed to rescue it, so I was like, thank god. And I've also learned that my phone can you scribble on it, and it makes people in the background vanish. So if you're taking a photo and there's people in the background and you don't want them there, you can get rid of them. So I've going through my photos, having to go on that on the way back. Then I got off by Aldi and thanked Jamie and Tash for a great day. They then went off to walk their dogs, and it was still raining pretty badly, so hopefully they didn't get too wet. And I was listening to my music off my headphones on the way back. Of course, did a bit of Michael Bublé Christmas after the Christmas market. I was feeling so festive. And then got home, and I then wrote a bit of my journal, listened to a bit of music, and did some drawing and colouring in, and just had a snack tea as I had the fry-up brunch and the donuts and the hot chocolate, so I was feeling pretty full up. So I just had some tuna sandwiches and a cup of tea, and I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal for today and watch today's Home and Away and UK Saves, and then I'm a Celeb from this evening. And I'm so happy I'm a Celeb is back. I love that show, and you know that it's getting closer to Christmas now. We've got I'm a Celeb back, and I am going to catch you up with that, and we'll see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Tuesday. I got up to it snowing, which is very exciting, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of that. It is currently snowing. I don't know if it's going to set or not, because we had a lot of rain last night, so the ground's probably still pretty wet, but it's still very beautiful to see that we've got a little bit of snow. I didn't think we were going to get any snow. It didn't really settle, but it still looks very pretty. I then had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, and was just watching Neighbours and catching up on that, and was listening to a bit of music and doing some drawing, colouring in, and reading a bit more of One Day. And then I got myself ready and went off for a lovely stroll in the snow, and it was snowing quite heavily, but it just wasn't settling. But it was still very pretty, and I got some savouries in the snow, and I went down to my Cannons Castle. I got some snaps of the castle in the snow, and I'm going to show you guys those. The castle looks so pretty with the remnants of snow. Quite a lot of it had kind of melted away, but there's still lots there, and it then stopped snowing, and I then head down to my grandma's and popped to Jen's, who just lives on the corner, for a bit of a catch up with her just before going to my grandma's. So my mum came down, and she comes down to my grandma's on Tuesday afternoons, and I had some tuna sandwiches and a cup of tea while there, and we just watched a bit of TV and having a good natter. And then me and my mum got back from being at my grandma's, and my mum had dropped me to the shops on the way back so I could get some bits for mine and Tash's and Natasha's movie catch up tomorrow. So I got some nibbles from there, and then my mum took my younger sister to a doctor's appointment, and I got back and had some lunch I got from the shops, and I had some chicken Caesar wraps with some skips. They're such great crisps, and had some cherry cola. Love cherry cola so much. And I'm now off to go and watch some episodes of Doctor Who, write a bit more of my journal, sort my bleater doll out, and then I'm going to be getting myself ready to go off to Jigsaw this evening, and we're off to the gym for a gym session this evening, which should be fun, and we'll see when I'm back. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at Jigsaw volunteering, where we went off to the gym. So got to Jigsaw and we had some drinks and got ourselves ready to go off to the gym. We then made our way to the gym, got shown around the gym a bit and shown how to use some of the equipment, and then we went off and used some of the equipment. So we were using the weights, and we were also using the exercise bikes and the running machines, and so I spent most of the session on the bike and the rowing machine and doing some weightlifting, and it was a really good session. My legs felt like jelly by the end of the session, but we all had a really good time. And then we headed back to Jigsaw, where we had some drinks and some crisps and just cooled down and just chatted. And then it was the end of the session, and I then went off to my workplace just across from where I go to Jigsaw, and I got a treacle tart cake and a takeaway hot chocolate to treat myself as a little reward for the gym session, and I'm going to show you guys that. It was so delicious, and I was chatting with Tash, who was on shift. It was her and one of our newer colleagues who I haven't worked with yet, and I'm looking forward to working with them soon. And then I got picked up by my dad, and just before getting picked up by my dad, I was heading off when I noticed that they put some lights around one of the mirrors in our workplace, and you know me, I love a mirror selfie, so I had to get a snap in front of that. I love that mirror. It reminds me of the mirror from Harry Potter, and I'm so excited for my workplace getting all the Christmas decorations ready. We have our first Christmas booking on Friday evening, a booking of 20. I think it's just for drinks though, so hopefully it won't be too hectic, and cannot wait for Christmas music playing and all the Christmas decorations to be up. Gonna be so festive. Luckily my dad was running a bit late, so I managed to get out just as he was coming to pick me up. We then got back and I got changed and put my gym stuff in the wash, and then I was telling my mum all about how the gym session had gone. And then for my tea I had a salad. The salad was so delicious. I love a salad, and there was lots of lettuce, cucumber, tuna, egg, cheese, lots of stuff in there. So good. And I'm now off to go and watch today's UK soaps and watch Bake Off from this evening, and we'll see more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Wednesday. I hope you guys are all having a lovely day. I got up after a lie-in and I then had a shower, got changed and had some lemon curd toast with a cup of tea, and was just watching some stuff on Netflix and listening to a bit of music and just doing some drawing and colouring in, and was reading some more of One Day, such a great book. And I then got packed ready to get off to Edinburgh. This time next week, me and Tash will be in Edinburgh. I'm so excited, and I'm sharing one suitcase, so I'm meeting Tash at Natasha's this afternoon. We're having a movie day catch up, so I've got some nibbles to take down, and I'm also going to take down a bag with my clothes in, as we're sharing a suitcase. So she's going to take the clothes home and then put them in a suitcase. And yeah, so I've got packed and got the who's getting us to the airport, who's picking us up from the airport, and all of that sorted out. So now all we have to do is make sure that we get to the airport, get on the plane, and then it's all sorted. Got the Airbnb sorted, got everything all done, and we are ready to go. And I'm so excited for that, and can't believe how fast it's come around. And I then sorted my Bluetooth doll into a new look, and I'm going to show you guys Here is my Boots and Hills new look, starting off with the shoes. So she's got these pink high heels on with bows on the front. Then onto the dress, she's got this purple dress with this gold belt in the middle, and then this yellow cardigan on and this gold necklace, and then she's got this butterfly and flower headband, and she's got space buns either side, and then she's got these tiny bits of her hair, and this is the whole look. I love that new hairstyle, the space buns with the tiny bits of hair. She looks stunning. And then I was just watching some episodes of Doctor Who, and I cannot wait for this year's Christmas special. It looks so good, and I'm now off to go and get myself ready to go down to Natasha's and meet Tash there for our movie catch up, and cannot wait for that, and we'll see when I'm back from that. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at Natasha's with Tash, and had such a lovely day with them, my besties. And I got to Natasha's with a bag of nibbles and a bag of clothes for Tash to take back to hers to pack, as we're sharing one suitcase ready for when we go to Edinburgh. And I got there first, and then Tash joined shortly after, as she had to run some errands before. And I got to Natasha's and gave Natasha a massive hug, and her dog Chloe, who I like to call Clover, was so excited to see us and was jumping up at me and just being so cute. She's like a little teddy bear. And then Tash arrived, and we watched Last Christmas, which is one of my favourite Christmas films. Got all the George Michael songs in there, and it's probably one of my favourites with Emilia Clarke, Emma Thompson, and just love watching that film. And so we watched that and had some of the nibbles and had a little spread, and also had some hot chocolates, and I'm going to show you guys snaps from the movie day we had. So lovely, really cozy, and we also got a selfie of us all together, and I'll show you guys that. Then after we'd watched Last Christmas and had some nibbles and some hot chocolate and just sat and chatted and chilled out for a bit, we then decided to go off for a walk and went down to our town's castle and went to the church just before going to the castle, and I got a snap of some stained glass windows. I love stained glass windows so much, they're so beautiful. We then got to the castle and I got some snaps of the castle all decorated for Christmas. It's decorated so beautifully, and it's getting me feeling so festive, and they also had some Christmas music playing. And then Tash got some snaps of me in front of the Christmas tree and one on the stairs and in front of some other Christmas displays. I love the one of me on the stairs with the garland on the banister. It's so cute. Tash always gets such great snaps of me. And then went into the lounge and sat and had some coffees, and I had a hot chocolate, and they also gave us some shortbreads, which is very cute, and I'm going to show you guys a snap of that. I didn't know that you could go into our town's castle and have coffees and hot chocolates and stuff, but you can, and it was really lovely and cozy in there. And then after that we went off and had a look around the gardens, and this lady kindly got two snaps of us, one in front of the archway with a garland all around it, and then another one in front of the water fountain that the castle have in the courtyard, and I'll show you guys. Such lovely snaps. It was really nice of the lady to offer to get the photos. I was trying to get a photo and it just wasn't working. Then I got back to Natasha's and got my bag of nibbles that were left over, and I'm going to be using those tomorrow night at Jen's games night. And there's a full house, there's all of us attending, which will be good, and we're having paella, which I'm very excited about. And then I got home, let myself in, and my mum and dad had gone to take my grandma to a doctor's appointment in town, and then we're running some errands. And my older brother got back from being at work, and we were just chatting, and he has rented Alf, which is one of his favourite Christmas movies, so we're probably going to watch that later on. And I started watching this film called Hot Frosty on Netflix, one of the Hallmark Christmas movies, those kind of movies that I love, the cheesier the better. And then for my tea, I had these cauliflower cheese puff things, which are so delicious. And I'm now off to go and watch today's YouTube soaps, finish writing my journal for today, and then put that away. And then tomorrow, I'm meeting Tash and Natasha again for a coffee catch up. I'm going to go to the flower shops and charity shops, and I'm looking forward to having a catch up with them tomorrow and just go for a nice stroll. And we'll see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Thursday. I got up ready to go meet Tash and Natasha for a coffee catch up in one of the coffee shops in the high street, and had some breakfast and listened to a bit of music. I was just watching a bit of TV just before that. I then got myself ready and headed off there. Just before meeting them, I went off to one of the flower shops and I got some flower sets that I'll show you guys. I was able to get some really pretty flower sets from there, and they've got a lot of the Christmas stuff going in there now, so I was having a look at some of the Christmas stuff in there. I then got to the cafe and it was just me and Natasha for the coffee catch in the end, as Tash wasn't able to make it, and I had a bit of cherry bakewell cake with a tray on top, a pot of tea, and got Natasha her coffee, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that. It was so delicious. I always have the cherry last, and then after that we let our cake and drink go down and just chatted and chilled in there for a little bit, and then we went off and had a look outside the child shops, and Natasha got a photo of me in front of one of the Christmas trees in our high street that I'm show you guys. Love that Christmas tree. It's looking so festive up in the high street with all the lights. Cannot believe it's like 34 days till Christmas. It's insane when you think about it like that. We then went off and had a look outside the child shops, and then we went off to get a photo of this Christmas door display at one of the restaurants. They always do such a great job decorating it ready for Christmas. And then Natasha got a photo of me in front of the Christmas door display, and I'm going to show you guys that. I love that photo she got of me. And then went off to some more of the shops, and then went off into Aldi, and then she went off home and I went for more of a walk. I then got back and my mum had brought my grandma over, and then my grandma had gone to get her haircut, and I had some cheese toasties for my lunch with a cup of tea, and my dad had done them for me and put them in little squares, which is very sweet of him to do so. I was going to do them, but he said he didn't want me to make a mess in the kitchen, so he said it would be easier for him to just do it. Had all the stuff ready and was going to do it myself, but I was okay, thanks Pops. And then we were listening to a bit of the Christmas music channel, getting very festive. I cannot believe how quickly November is going, and I'm off to Edinburgh with Tash next week. And tomorrow me and Tash are off to the cinema to see Wicked, and going to go to Smith's to get the Wicked dolls, and then probably go and have a Nando's. And then in the evening we've got a Christmas booking of 20 people, and me and Tash are working in the evening, and so it should make it go quite quickly. We're only doing 6 till 10, and I'm doing 10 till 3 the next day, and then Sunday I'm doing 11 till 3, and I'm off to Edinburgh, so it is coming so quickly. I'm very excited for that, and I'm now off to go and watch The Grinch. I love that film so much, one of my favourite Christmas films, and just chill. And then this evening I'm off to Jen's for the games at Fleet Night. Very excited about that. Got a bag of nibbles to take down there, and we'll see when I'm back from that. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at Jen's for the food and games night. I got dropped down to Jen's and I bought some nibbles, so I bought some chocolate and bits like that for us to have for the games night, and we had some paella and then had some brownie for pudding, and I'm going to show you guys. The food was so delicious and it was a full house. Everyone was able to attend, and we played a few games and had so much fun and lots of laughs, and it was such a great evening. Always have so much fun with those guys. And then Amelia and Dean kindly dropped me home, and I then finished writing my journal, put that away, and I got my outfit ready for tomorrow. as I'm off to see Wicked the musical with Tash and Jamie. So I've gone with a green jumper to kind of go with the Emerald City kind of vibes with Wizard of Oz and Wicked. So I'm very excited to be giving off that vibe, and very excited to go see that, then have a little cheeky Nando's, and hoping to also go to Smith's and get the Wicked dolls, fingers crossed. And I'm now off to go and watch today's soaps and watch I'm a Celeb, and also watch RuPaul's Drag Race UK. I'm going to see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Friday, almost the weekend. I hope you guys are having a lovely end to your week. I got up, showered and changed, ready to go off and see Wicked with Tash and Jamie, and whilst having my shower I was belting out a bit of Wicked, listening to the Wicked soundtrack, apologies to my neighbours. I then had some breakfast and was just watching a bit of TV before going off to get the bus to meet Tash and Jamie at the high street. And I got there, I called and said please make sure you're at the bus stop ready to get on the bus, and I got there and they weren't there, and the bus went on without them, so I had to quickly press the bell to get off, and got off by the leisure centre and then headed back to the high street and met them at the bus stop. And then we got the bus into the Mall, got to the Mall and had to make our way through the Mall to get to the cinema, and then got to the cinema and got some popcorn and some drinks, and I got some sweet and salty popcorn, a little mixture of the both, and some M&Ms. I got myself a Fanta, I love Fanta so much, and I got the Fanta in this Alphabet Witch's Hat drinks cup, which I love. There was 3 different types you could get. There was a Glinda one like this, and then another like Stanley Cup Alphabet one as well, and I picked this one and it's so cool. And then we went in to watch the film, and the film was amazing. Such a great cast, such great singing, dancing, the scenery, just love it. Cannot wait for part 2 to be out. Then after watching that, on the way out, Tash got a snap of me in front of these pink and green balloons where the Stanley Cups were being sold, and I put the Witch's Hat balancing on my head and made a little pose, and I'm going to show you guys that. I don't know how I managed to keep it on my head balanced like that, and Jamie came up from being at the bathroom and just shook her head in disgust, and me and Tash were literally cracking up. We then went off to KFC, and I hadn't had KFC in ages, and I didn't really know what to order, and I just had these wraps with some chips and a corn on the cob with a Sprite, and I'm going to show you guys that. I absolutely devoured my wrap, it was so good, and the chips were good. I'm not really a big fan of chips, but I really like their chips, and the corn on the cob. Finished my Sprite, and then me, Tash and Jamie went off to Smith's so I could get some Wicked dolls, and one of them that I really wanted I didn't think was in stock, so I was gutted, and then found it was there, and I'm going to show you guys the dolls I got. So I got this one, which is an Alphabet doll, and she's got her satchel and her hat, and I love the detail on her dress, she's so pretty. And then this one here is the Glinda doll, and she's got her crown and her wand, and her dress is so pretty. I love all the sparkles and ruffles, and I'm just so happy to have these dolls in my collection. I then went off to the Mall with Tash and Jamie, and we had a look in Typo and Tiger and some of the other shops. I went into Superdrug where I got 2 of Kylie's fragrances. I got Kylie Minogue Darling, which is the original that came out I think in 2005, and then this one, which is Disco Darling, and I've tested them out and they smell so good, and the packaging is beautiful, and the perfume bottles are so stunning, and I'm just so happy to have these. And then we went and had a look at some more of the shops, and then we got the bus back, and I got home, and my mum and dad had been in Bristol as my mum had a doctor's appointment, so they treated us to McDonald's and got that for us, and I had a Big Mac and chips and a toast chocolate orange hot apple pie that they're doing over the festive season, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that. I literally ate that burger in like 3 seconds. I then got dropped to work, got clocked in and put my bag and coat away, and it was me and 2 other colleagues to start with, and then Tash came on at 7, and I was wearing lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing food and drink orders and bill taking, doing some cleaning and close jobs, and then Tash got on, and we had 2 big bookings, and it had been quite busy, and it had calmed down, and then I got to go home early. I then clocked off, got my bag coat, got changed into my jumper that I had in my bag, and was going to go off to the pub, but the pub I was going to go to was absolutely whammed, so I decided to just go home. So I got picked up by my dad, and on the way back I got a snap of his house up the road from us. They always put lots of Christmas decorations up to raise money for cancer research, and I want to show you guys a snap of that. It's so pretty, it's got me feeling so festive. I then finished writing my journal when I got back, just a bit of music, just some drawing and colouring in, and was just writing a bit of my journal and did some drawing and colouring in, and I'm just going to be watching today's UK soaps and I'm a Celebrity, and got my uniform ready for work tomorrow. I'm doing a 10 till 3 tomorrow, then an 11 till 3 on Sunday, and I'm off for 4 days, and me and Tash are off to Edinburgh. I'm so excited, can't believe how fast it's come around, and yeah, can't wait to get to Scotland, and it's going to be so much fun, especially with the Edinburgh Christmas market that I've heard lots about and seen lots of TikToks and Instagram was about. So yeah, really excited to get there, and I'll see you with more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Saturday. I hope you guys are all having a lovely weekend. I got up ready for work and I had some breakfast and listened to a bit of music, which is watching a bit of TV before work. My dad and dropped me to work, and just before work I went off to one of the charity shops and I got this little plastic bag with some doll shoes and accessories, and I put those with my other Bluetooth doll shoes and accessories, and then I got to work, got clocked in, I put my bag and coat away, and it was me and 2 other colleagues on shift at first, and then one of our other colleagues came in a bit later on, and it was a pretty busy shift. We had lots of regulars in, so I was chatting with them, and we had lots of big bookings in, so it made it really busy. So I was wearing lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing food and drink orders and drinks making, and cleaning lots of tables, and then it calmed down again and I got to go home early, which was nice. And I've got one more shift. I'm doing an 11 till 3 tomorrow, and I'm off to Edinburgh with Tash. I'm so excited, cannot wait to get to Edinburgh. And then I clocked off, got my bag and coat, and I'd worn my red checkered fleece to work, but I got my raincoat out and put that on instead as it was lashing down with rain. It's been so miserable. And I then got picked up by my dad, got back, and I had some tuna mayonnaise sandwiches with a cup of tea for my lunch, just a bit of music, and me, my younger sister and my older sister are having a movie night down at my older sister's house tonight. Cannot wait for that. Have some nibbles, play some games, watch a movie, and it would be nice to have a little catch up with just me and my sisters, as we haven't done that for a while. And I'm now off to go and get the beard shaved, and it needs a bit of taming, and we'll see you with more to vlog later on. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at my older sister's house for the movie night. And before going off to the movie night at my older sister's house, I had my tea. I had some bacon butties with some scrambled eggs in there as well, and they were so good. Had my shave, and then got myself ready to go down to my older sister's house for the movie night, and she came and picked me up and we headed down to hers. My younger sister was going to come as well for the movie night, but she wasn't feeling very well, so didn't end up coming in the end. We got to my older sister's house and we got some logs put on her log fire, and she got some snacks and we got those all laid out, and then we got all comfortable and decided to watch A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff, which is such a great movie, and really love that film. I haven't watched it in ages, and I'm going to show you guys some snaps I got from the movie night. I loved the log burner with the little lights around it and the title sequence of the film and little food spread, and yeah, it's just so aesthetically pleasing, and had such a lovely evening with my older sister, and it was just a really nice cozy evening. And then we watched a bit of the first Pitch Perfect. Then my dad came and picked me up and we got back and got my uniform ready for work tomorrow. I'm working 11 till 3, so I get a little bit of a line, which will be good. And then me and Tash are off to Edinburgh for 4 days. And I've looked at the weather, and we get there about 12ish, and from like up until 12 o'clock is when the weather's supposed to be dry, and it's supposed to rain for the rest of the day. But then Tuesday's supposed to be okay. Wednesday's supposed to be like dry with some scattered showers. Then Thursday, the day we come back, is supposed to be sunny, so we've got the daytime to enjoy then. So it should be okay. We've got raincoats, and rain or shine, I'm sure we're going to have an amazing time. I cannot wait. I'm going to be taking so many photos, going in so many shops, going everywhere. It's going to be so good. We've got the itinerary, and we've got so many things we're going to be doing, and yeah, I'm just so excited to get to Edinburgh. Cannot believe how fast it's come around, and I'm now off to go and watch today's I'm a Celebrity and Strictly Come Dancing, finish writing my journal, and then head off to bed, and I will see you with more vlog tomorrow. It's now Sunday. I hope you guys are all having a lovely Sunday rest. I got up, showered and changed, ready for work. I was doing 11 till 3, so I got a little bit of a lie-in and had some breakfast. I was watching a bit of TV and just a bit of music before work. My dad then dropped me to work, and I went to the corner shop and got myself a drink and some bits from there. I popped to one of the chai shops just before work, as I was up to work a little bit early. I then got to work, got clocked in and put my bag and coat away, and it was me and 3 other colleagues on shift, and it was quite busy. Had lots of people coming for breakfasts, and so I was doing lots of food and drink orders and bill taking and cleaning lots of tables and wanting lots of food and drinks, and so in touch with some of the regulars. And we had a massive booking for a baby shower, so I helped get that all set up, all the tables and all the things that they needed set up ready. And then we had a guy come from some acoustic guitar for us at like 1ish, and that was quite cool, quite chilled, and it had calmed down, and so I did a massive clean up, and then I finished at 3, and I'm now off until next Saturday, as tomorrow me and Tash are off to Edinburgh, and I'm so excited. I then clocked off, got my bag and coat, and headed off to get picked up by my dad. And just before getting picked up, I got a snap of these pretty lights in the trees outside of the courtyard area of my workplace, and they're so pretty, and I'll show you guys that. I love these lights up in the courtyard, they're so aesthetically pleasing. And then my dad picked me up, we got back, and I got changed and put my work clothes in the wash. I don't need them now until next Saturday when I'm back from Edinburgh. And I rang Tash to say we're going to Edinburgh, and I'm just so excited, and got my carry-on bag packed ready for tomorrow. And then I had some tuna mayonnaise sandwiches with a cup of tea for my lunch, listened to a bit of music, just enjoyed and colouring in, and was reading a bit of One Day and watching some vlogs and TikToks. And then me, my mum and younger sister were watching the Girls Aloud tour on ITV, as my mum hadn't watched it yet, and I would gladly watch it again 100 times over. It's such a good tour, and I was gutted I didn't get to go there in person, but at least I get to watch it on the TV, and yeah, it's such a great tour. And then I was watching a bit of Will and Grace, and my older brother brought our grandma over for the Sunday roast, and my mum was getting that ready, and it felt so good not having a split shift and actually being able to spend the evening with my family having the roast all together. And then we were watching a bit of Jurassic Park, and then we had our tea, and my younger brother and his girlfriend came over for the Sunday roast as well, and I'm going to show you guys the Sunday roast. Sunday roast was so delicious, and then we had some sticky toffee pudding with custard and cream for pudding. I then helped tidy away, and then my grandma stayed for a little bit, and then she got dropped home, and then my younger brother and his girlfriend also went off home. I then finished writing my journal and put that away, and then I was watching a bit of Doctor Who and listened to a bit of music and just enjoying colouring in and sorting out my Bridget doll. And then my older sister came over, and she stayed for a little bit, and we watched Strictly Come Dancing, the results, and then she stayed for a little bit afterwards and then went off home. And I am now off to go and watch today's I'm a Celebrity, and we'll see you with a new vlog coming very soon. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you have a lovely week ahead.